Hello, beautiful hearts. How are you doing? How are you feeling? It's been a while since I've done an energy update, and I'm feeling called to come back and share some of these interesting energies that have been affecting us all. Ushta, udur, ushtra. I feel like this is going to be a combination of, how do I want to put this? Light language, activations, um, messages from the guides. So let's just have fun. I mean, that's what life is supposed to be about, right? I'm also going to pull some cards. I have two decks, and if you know me, I mix match everything. Some people would probably think like, "Oh my gosh, you do that?" I do. I do that. I'm a rule breaker. Don't tell anyone, but yeah, I'm just really feeling called to pull some cards as well. So the first thing that I am going to discuss is since our last update, I had talked about the dissolving, the purification process. And I also mentioned that this was going to be ongoing until 2025. So 2024 to 2025, we're still in this recalibration, purging, clearing. And if you think about it, I mean, we are letting go of the attachments, the limiting beliefs that have been placed upon us and that we actually took on ourselves to know it as a fact or part of our reality. Remember, everything is a co creation, everything is being co created right now, like this interaction. This is a co creation between you and I. So I think it's really important as we move forward to really take time to get out of our heads and drop into our hearts, connect to that sacred breath, connect to that pure essence of who we are, so that we are able to have a clear vision of what it is that we are choosing in every now moment. Um, And how we do this is by being authentic, being real, um, letting go of how we think we should perform on this world stage or this TV program, and just really take time to ask yourself, those questions, those deep questions, that first come to you, like, who am I? Like, what is my purpose? Like, what is my, why am I, why am I here? And I think, as humans, we think it has to be complex, and it's really not. One of those, let me just rewind for a second. Being authentic to you is what brings what you do, what brings you joy, um, what lights you up. And it could be, I mean, I'm just going to say some of the things that I love to do, but gardening or flower arranging or um, going out in nature and connecting with nature. I also like creating light codes, but maybe it's art, maybe it's crafting, maybe it's cooking, maybe it's co-creating a masterpiece of, I don't know, like design or whatever it is in terms of the arts or whatever it is in terms that you are crafting into um, this time space reality is part of what makes you uniquely you because nobody else has that. you bring to this world what no one else can do by the signature print, by your energetic blueprint of who you are, of who you are. And what what I'm hearing is what we need to get away from is the comparisonitis of this person's doing this. I need to like one up it, or I should be doing this, or I should be doing that. But all of that is wasted energy. What is it that you are feeling called? What is it that comes naturally to you that brings that joyful expression, that play for that laughter, playfulness, sorry, out into the world? What is it? And I'm just going to share a little something with you is and I was chatting with a girlfriend not too long ago about this is that I was born as an intuitive. I was born with the ability to connect to my guides um, and to see loved ones. But it wasn't until probably 6 years ago, maybe 6.5 years ago, that I started seeing light codes um, and how this came to be. If you've ever seen The Matrix and there's like all the numbers that come down in sheets and all the letters, that's kind of what light language, in terms of the visual that I saw it coming out on tree leaves, I saw it coming out on birds. It was just this frequency tone, this energetic, geometric coding. And then I started speaking it, but I didn't know. I had no idea what it was. But I had to follow that. I had to trust that because that came from within me. It was a part of who I am. And if I would have pushed that aside and put that, in the closet, as they say, and deny that aspect of myself, then that would be as in I'm turning my back on who I truly am, my authenticity, my energetic print, that pulse. If I would have thought, what are people going to think of me? What are people going to think of me? And I'm not saying that I, it didn't cross my mind. I mean, you know, I live in a small town here, okay? So, but I had to let that go. And this is a strong message about you stepping into your authenticity or feeling this pulse or spark to do something different, to create, to step out of the box, to, take that, uh, to, uh, to have the courage to take the next step to say, I don't want to be in this 9 to 5 job anymore. It's not serving me. This is what brings me joy. And the more you can step into that, the more the universe is going to support you. The more the universe is going to bring forth, because you're in that energetic vibration of that, the more the universe is going to bring you synchronicities and opportunities and people and places. But you first have to agree. You first have to feel that pulse within you to say, okay, I'm going to do it. I'm doing it. I'm going to trust it. I believe in myself. Even though the guys are saying, you may not have it all figured out because you're not supposed to. You're co creating it as it's going along. You can change things, you can shift things, right? It's like, I'm going to use, like an analogy of like what it's like a flower arrangement, like you pick different bunches and you put it in and you move it around and you add things and you take things out and you create with it. And I think we need to get out of, and I'm saying this again, and there must be a reason, of having things a certain way. What if we got out of our own way and allowed ourselves, okay, to look beyond, to expand beyond, to let go of any limitations, any attachments, and almost, it's almost giving permission to self, those higher aspects of self, to work with, to co create with the universe. What if? What if you were to do that? I'm just saying. Wow, I feel like I went on a little bit of a tangent there. So, anyways, it must have been for a reason as I pull this card, fulfillment of wishes. And I'm just going to say this, okay? In order to fulfill your dreams and desires, one must move into a state of deep trust. One must move into the shadow aspects. How long do you think you can run from that? You can't, because it is a part of you. And it is within that that you are able to see there's a treasure chest, you know, the treasures within you, the jewel that you are. Stop running away. Where are you going? Who are you hiding from? There's nowhere to go. This is a, the true acceptance of who you are, the beauty, the love, the grace, the ups and downs, the twists and turns. This is you. This beautiful harmonic tone of who you are. There are no wrong turns. There are no wrong turns because you're co-creating. You get to choose. Just like you get to choose how long you're going to suffer in a circumstance, a belief system. You get to choose this. I'm going to share something with you. I didn't think I was going to, but I'm going to. I had something come up in my life, and it was a relationship that came out of the or is I shouldn't say past tense. Everything's happening right now. Um, and it really opened me up. Um, it gave me the opportunity to face what it was within myself that I had been blindsided or not being open to see clearly. And it was such a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful gift of love, um, deep acceptance, appreciation, integrity, um, and love. Um, it opened me up to see things, to feel things for the first time. And, we all know that our relationships are our deepest teachers. They're reflections of those aspects within us. And when we can move through that, when we understand that these are yet mere reflections, that these are actual blessings, that they're here to help us, to accompany us, to take responsibility, to take accountability of what it is that keeps showing up in our reality. And if we don't like it, we can change it. And we can change the story. We can change the whole narrative around it. We get to decide what we want and what we don't want. And going back to what happened, I could have went down a completely different narrative. I could have went down, or oh, poor me, this happened to me, da, da, da. I didn't, because I saw it as a beautiful gift, a remembrance of love, of who I truly am. And I'm sharing this because I feel like many of you watching have overgiven or given your energy away, your attention to, let me do this for you, people please. And you forget to fill your own cup. You forget to take the time to really cherish and honor and love who you are and know your worth, know who you are, and know what you want. And I think, this wishes, fulfillment of wishes is take time through this process of purification. See the waterfall, the purification, the purity, the cleansing, to move through the waters within you. And also, I mean, we're in Aquarius, right? Season, the waters, the particles in the air, everything that's being purified right now, macro, right? Everything that's being purified right now, bringing it into that oneness, that still point. Look at this new growth. The glow, the emanation from this treasure chest, which is you, the golden light around you. When you look at this image, this individual is taking time to smell the roses, to appreciate life itself, all the glory and magnificence that comes with it. There's bread there. You know, this also represents abundance, but abundance shows up in many forms. Again, working with others. This is about creating community. This is about moving into deep trust that we are all working together, that we are all part of the whole, that we are all part of this energetic imprint, and that we all must take responsibility for our own thoughts and actions. So, moving forward, what is it? What desires? What is it that calls you to step up, to step forward, to be truly authentic, to stand in the light of who you are? The next card is vulnerability. This takes the tenderness of the heart. This takes the word vulnerability. If you think about it, how many people have a hard time being vulnerable, of sharing those deep secrets, those wounds? It's beautiful. Again, in that circumstance, I was really vulnerable. I allowed myself to, because I know that that is how you move through, by allowing yourself to be vulnerable. That there's nothing to be afraid of. So allow yourself to feel that. Allow yourself to be vulnerable, to share your feelings. What's coming up for you? I mentioned this before on my Instagram about, we have this strong Venus energy, and this is This is the next card. It's love life. Love. How is it showing up for you? This could be in a romantic relationship, or this could be a birth of a new love within yourself. Your love life, how you move through life, interacting, co creating in love, in the vibrational tone of love, pure acceptance, pure authenticity, your light, your love, your radiance. Takes vulnerability, doesn't it? To fulfill those wishes. The universe is here. It's supporting you. And I'm telling you, my guides are on it today. What have I been saying or they've been bringing through? Authenticity. Be yourself. You don't have to be perfect. Is this video perfect? No. Have I been stumbling around my words? Probably. I don't care. I don't care. If this video touches one person and helps one person, it was worth it. So it's about being yourself. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to have it all figured out. You don't have to know what's going to happen 2 weeks from now, a month from now, a year from now. You just have to ask yourself, what lights you up? What brings you joy? What type of experience would you like to create for yourself? Would you like to ripple into the next and into the next? What is it? Because again, it's saying this situation calls for you to be your authentic self. This is what they're saying. Who are you? What does it look like? Remember when we were in kindergarten? um, and the teacher would give us these sheets of paper and she would give us these paints, and it was like, just make something, just create it. We put our hands on it, maybe put our face on it. If it was me, I don't even know what, I'd probably do everything. We'd stick things on it, and then we'd be like, I made this, I created it. And then, maybe you would show someone, they go, oh, yeah, that's all right. But you within yourself, you were like, this is amazing. And this is what we're being guided to do. Create, create that magical masterpiece of you are, that print of who you are. What is it? I know some of you watching are great chefs out there. Make a cookbook or do something so that people can taste and experience the energetic signature of who you are. That's your personal power. That's you being yourself. How do we do this? By bringing awareness to it. Awareness brings change. The more awareness you have to something, that you can shift it. Wow. And that is what freedom is. Freedom. Moving out of the limitations of the mind and into the pure frequency of your soul, of your heart, of your energetic signature that is already encoded, that already knows, and that's already signed up with everybody else here. This is freedom. Freedom to be, freedom to choose, freedom to expand beyond. No stories, no limitations, but pure expansion and light. All right. I mean, I'm just pulling these out as I'm honestly, I thought this was gonna be a dragon transmission. And it's this, okay. I feel like singing. Has anyone else really been like, feeling like they want to sing and dance and move around? Oh, yeah. Okay. I will discuss that. Okay. Okay. These cards are next level awesome. Mm, 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 mm. Okay. Okay. Here we go. So there are, I just want to, let's rewind it just a little bit. Depending on the energetics and the frequency timeline you're on, you may be experiencing um, very busy dream time. You may also be experiencing increased intuition or deep psychic awareness, where things are just kind of coming on really strong. And you're not too sure about what to do about it. And this is also part of the integration stage, the dissolving of the ego, as we mentioned before, the dissolving of these lower aspects of self. And this is what happens: the more light, the more crystalline we become, moving away from our carbon-based DNA to a crystalline, um, angelic or higher aspects of self, of soul frequency, the easier it is to connect with our oversoul, our higher, whether you want to call it higher self, oversoul, um, your team and spirit, your holy guardian angel, the easier it is because you're not holding on to um, the constructs of, let's call it the 3D um, time ship, I guess. Let's just call it that. Maybe you can call it anything, but um, yeah. So I would suggest keeping a dream journal because, as it's interesting. I had a client, and I'm not gonna go into detail, but there was a message in there that came forth that I'm going to share with you. Um, and the message is that everything is happening simultaneously, past, present, future, now. Okay. And a event or something that has happened in the past that is causing you pain, the reason why you're still holding on to it right now, and this could have been 4 years ago, 5 years ago, 6, 10, doesn't matter. The fact that it keeps coming into your consciousness right now is because you have not let go of it. And when we are in dream state, okay, our physical body is sleeping, but our soul, like we are awake. That's when we are awakened. That's when we connect, right? Remember, we are soul. We're light. We're energetic beings. We're actually asleep right now. We're sleeping, right? If you think about it, because we're not as conscious as we are when we're in dream state, right? So look at it as a reverse. So when you're in dream state, you're lifted from the physical reality constructs and the actual physical meat suit that we're in to these higher realms, to these angelic realms, to these places that we can explore, astral travel, and just go all around, have these, you know, connections and relationships and you know, adventures. So this is a really good time not only to receive these messages from your higher self, but to write down what's coming forth. Ask the questions. Please show me what I need to see clearly so there's no misunderstanding. If there's anything that you're having a difficult time moving through, ask your higher self before you go to bed. Please show me. And then be open to receive. Don't expect it to be right there at that moment. Some of you it may be, some of you maybe not, but be open to receive. So this is this dream space that's happening right now and will continue to happen, that we have this opportunity to connect to these higher aspects. And if we can't do it while we're sleeping down here, we can do it when we're in the awakened state when we go to bed. So ask those questions. Again, the guides are saying, keep a dream journal. And this is what happened to me when I started channeling. My guides had said, we need you to get pencil crayons because we're going to show you through colors, through the frequencies of colors. So don't just grab a pencil or a pen. Ask yourself, what colors are you being drawn to? Right? There's a lot of violets, there's a lot of greens, there's a lot of golds that are kind of blending in right now, moving through. They're showing like these patterns, like a quilt, these threads. So dream time, dream time. What else? What does I want to say? Um, oh, I do believe, and I think I've said this before, that some of you, your finances will be picking up. Your finances will be picking up. And this is all based on how you feel about yourself and what you are ready now to receive. Because unconsciously, okay, remember, we're in the sleep state here, down on this earth plane. You could have been blocking things that have been right there the whole entire time. Past, present, future are all one. So if you weren't there energetically in a frequency base, that's why you couldn't grab it. That's why it wasn't coming to you. It's not like it wasn't there. You just couldn't see it. You just couldn't feel it. You couldn't bring it in because it wasn't there. But now, as we are shifting in consciousness, you're able to perceive things differently. You're able to understand that, hey, there's a little bit more to this. This is where that awareness card comes in, right? You're able to catch things more easily than you did before. And the card that came after the freedom card is, who do you need to forgive? So because of this awareness, do you need to forgive those aspects of self that have held you prisoner? Do you need to let go of um, perhaps somebody like a family member or a relationship that you've been holding on to? Because that's what causes density as well. That's what holds you back, is holding on. And if you look at this, look at that expansion, the golden light. This is the connection of self and seeing that within another. There's no separation. There's no separation. The part of saying as you release old angers, I'm going to say resentment as well. You know how we create these stories like, well, this person did this and da, 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 da. Yeah, so what's it showing you? What is it triggering within you? What opportunities are coming for you to say, wow, okay, what do I need to change in myself that I can look at this from a higher perspective, that I can see this from a different narrative, from a higher trajectory? Because where I'm at now, it's not serving me, is it? Is it serving anyone around me? Probably not. These are the things that you have to ask. And this is, seeing something in my hair there, but maybe it's not. Um, these are aspects within the soul, within the body, the truth of who you are. This is all about wish. I'm going to say this is about wishes fulfilled, because the more you let go, again, the more that you are able to receive the riches, the fulfillment of life itself. But it's kind of like that saying, nothing new will come in if you're holding on to a past, holding on to a past anger, holding on to a past relationship that, I mean, hey, I've done it. You know, I've, I remember dating someone for 12 years and I left and I held on to that. Did I make the right decision? Did I not? Da, 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 da. Only to find out that, you know, there was a lesson in there. But I held on to that and questioned and went back and forth and back and forth and back and forth and back and forth for years, years. Um, and I finally released it. And it was a beautiful, beautiful gift to show me that I was deserving of receiving love. And yes, I'm saying this on my YouTube channel. I didn't feel that I was deserving of it. And so I walked away from love, you know? I don't have to create a story around it because I already did create a story around it. And I'm saying this because there are some of you watching this that have done this. It's called self-sabotage. Have you done it? Have you sabotaged a relationship because you didn't believe in yourself? You didn't feel that you were deserving of receiving something, whether it's money, whatever it's a relationship, a job, creating something in your life, moving away to, I don't know, some of you might want to move to a tropical island. I mean, not me, but whatever it is, have you sabotaged yourself in it? Again, these are all coming up for review. This is all about going deeper into that awareness. Awareness brings change. It brings freedom. It brings a lightness. It brings a love. It brings a vulnerability. It brings a deep acceptance. That authenticity, it brings it. It's raw. I don't know about you, but I wouldn't really want to be any other way, would you? Because I think that we're tired of masking ourselves and seeing a mask in another. Let's just strip down and be real, be raw. It's okay. We don't have to hide from anything anymore. That's the acknowledgement, acknowledging all those aspects. You know, my battery, this is interesting. My battery's going, let me just plug in my computer one second. Here we go. Let there be light. It's really interesting, right? That in itself, taking time to step back, plug in our battery, meditation, breath work, whatever it is that fuels us. Acknowledging those aspects that we need. Oh, here are the. And when we can do this, we understand that our desires reach because we become that energetic pulse. And everything else will move where it needs to move. And this is the thing. This is this whole law of attraction thing. If you're vibrating this print of your true authentic self, those, the people, the situations, the opportunities are going to be magnetically drawn to you. You won't even have to do anything because you are that. And the things that you're holding on to, the resentments, the anger, the hatred, the I wish I would have done this, or I don't know why this, I don't, whatever stories. Those energetic pulses can go where they need to go. You they won't be stuck on you anymore or a part of you, right? They can go where they need to energetically, into a different time frequency zone. And you, let's do the love life card again, can live in love, in harmony, in peace, in joy, in bliss. Wow. Okay. Listen, you saw I pulled these cards. This is this is a new career. I'm going to say new co-creation. And if you look at this beautiful, like the rainbow ray, the light, the expansion within your heart, the higher connections. This is all about laying the foundations for the new earth. And it starts with you. So, what are you choosing in this now moment? Who are you choosing to be? How are you choosing to show up? Not for anyone else, for yourself. What is it? Only you know the answer. Remember, the only obstacles that we have are the ones that we consistently believe in, the ones that we are choosing. And every now and then. But with that deep state of awareness, we are able to lift that veil and to see clearly, to feel it, to know it, and to take action. Because as soon as, I'm just going to say this, as soon as you declare it for yourself, that's when the magic happens. Because you are acknowledging that and you are deciding, I don't have to believe in this anymore. I don't have to allow this to control my life anymore. How does that feel? Like a weight is lifted off your shoulders? Probably. And guess what? It was inside of you the whole entire time. How amazing is that? Okay, so there are two cards. Is there two cards in this one? Wow, we got the vulnerability card again that came out. So this requires vulnerability and prosperity. And I'm actually been drawn. Look at this beautiful tree. The acorn or the seed. It starts with the seed. What are you planting? How are you nourishing it? How are you honoring it? Are you giving it everything that it needs for it to grow? This is also, again, this part of this new earth grid. This is the co-creation. This is, and I haven't even really talked about this yet. And I thought this is what I was going to be talking about is the divine feminine, divine masculine coming into oneness or harmonic frequency. But I'm just going to say, maybe I'll do another one on that one because I feel like that in itself is a long YouTube. And yeah, I'll do a part two to that because I've asked a divine sister of mine and her partner to come on and share their story about the divine unions and things that are happening and unfolding right now. It's so beautiful. So um, let's just go co-creation, um, union, connection, working together. Um, and these peaches, I think they're peaches. They look like peaches. Let's call them peaches. Yeah. I'm feeling like the connection to the sacral chakra, the creation of life itself in there, the sacral for the woman, the birth, the giver. And I'm also seeing this as biting into that juicy nectar of life. I'm going to go back to where is that card? I don't know where it is now, but it was the fulfillment of wishes. Oh, heavens. If I can find that card, fulfillment of wishes. Where are you? I'm pretty sure, I'm not positive, but I'm pretty sure that it had the peaches in it. Um, Here it is. Oh, no, it didn't. Oh, it looks like there's a peach in it, though, at the bottom, doesn't it? Maybe? I don't know. Looks like it. Anyways, I'm just going to show you this because this is all about expansion, new growth, opportunities, partnerships, unions, divine unions. This is about creating new foundations. This is about, and you can see the butterflies in there as a representation of transformation and rebirth, but also that everything is interconnected, right? And this is number one. This is about oneness. I mean, there's different interpretations that you can get around that, and I could go deeper in that, but just in simple terms, that's what I'm receiving from that card. So, just a quick little energy update. Again, we are going to be going through this deep purge and recalibration, releasing the density, releasing the ideas, the belief systems that have been holding us, or that we have, sorry, let me rephrase that we have allowed ourselves um, to create with and hold the physical body, the belief systems in a pattern that's not serving. Look at this card. I just pulled the harmony card. Union. This idea, the ideas of how partnerships, alliances should be, is changing. And why is it changing? Because we're changing. We're changing the belief system around how we act and react in each other's presence. We're choosing this. And this is the higher timeline. And the more that we allow ourselves this, to understand that we are deserving of this co-creation. Okay. The faster it will show up in our lives. The divine union of marriage, the divine union of friendship, of partnerships, business partnerships. Um, yeah, I'm just seeing this beautiful community of coming together, like-minded souls coming together for the greater good of all. And that was the next card that came. This connection of hearts, this pure connection of hearts working together as one. This will be successful. This will be a co-creation with the universe because the universe is within us and is supporting us. And this is a returning to our light and our love. So a couple things I want to share before I end this video. I have no idea how long this has even been. I was shown two visions. One, I heard and saw this golden road, and I was seeing these golden threads. And I asked, what is this a representation of? And they said, it's the Christ consciousness. It's the golden threads that are weaving in this energetic, higher harmonic earth plane. And beyond is what I'm understanding, and beyond. Because what I'm understanding is as we continue to shift in our consciousness and our frequency, that our galactic brothers and sisters, our star family, will begin to, or the contact will increase. And by 2025 to 2035, we will have, I mean, they already walk amongst us, but many of you will have close contact with them, as well as true connection to soul family and lineage there. So this was all part of this Christ golden thread, the yellow road, or the golden road to enlightenment, to transcendence. And this is why we are returning to this, or we're given an opportunity to feel this within us. All the shadows, all the things that have been coming up for review, so that we can dissolve those belief systems and understand ourselves as love. So I will be doing a meditation on that, as well as my guide showed me, and I've mentioned this in a couple of my readings that I've had with individuals, where there is a golden road or a golden pathway. And on one side, there is a golden hallway of the doors representing the past. And on the right side, it is representing future. And the center corridor or golden halls is representing now, which is all simultaneously happening at the same time. So I'm going to be doing a meditation on that because there was some beautiful lessons and encodements in there. If you're interested in receiving any of those meditations, the last two meditations, please let me know, as well as I have put it out there. I believe a couple of days ago, I've been called by my guides to open a light language circle. And in this light language circle, I'm going to be bringing forth activations, energetic transmissions, soul guidance brought to you by my guides, higher self, and higher team for the accompaniment of you. And there will be also an opportunity to connect and ask any questions that you may have that might be coming up for you. Um, the guides, my guides team, um, are here to accompany you at that. So if you're feeling called to join the Light Language Circle, please let me know. There'll be some pre-recordings and then group calls, and it is donation based. I was guided to put it out there that it was donation based, that you pay as your heart is so desired to. Did anyone just see that go up? Okay. I'd like to see that on the replay. So I hope this video has made sense to you. And if you're not following me on Instagram, I will leave the link below. It's my full name, Jennifer.Glendenning. I don't know how much longer I'll be on there. I'm getting censored a little bit, as probably most of us are, but as of right now, I'm there. So if you're watching this now or in the future, make sure that you follow me over on Instagram because I'm very active there right now. And there's lots of little stories and messages that I put out. Is there anything else? Oh, I will be going away, and I will be posting some of those events on my Instagram, sharing some insights and some adventure and some meditations and activations. So stay tuned for more. Sending you all so much love, blessings, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.